What's up guys, my name is Elden. Welcome back to another art videos. Today our video is going to be another quick one. I've been on another time crunch. I've been working solely on the comic as of late, and you can tell by me being on these time crunches and posting a little bit later for the videos. Again, sorry about that, but I'm still giving you that quality content. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I really enjoyed this little break from working on the content and doing a color piece. Anyways, let's jump right into the video. So first things first, I'm the realist. I'm just kidding. First things first, I actually came up with this idea late last night while I was laying in my bed, just pondering what I should do for a video, or if I should even do a video for today's video. And lo and behold, after pondering that, I decided to do it today, and this is the piece that you are seeing. I wanted to create a individual licking their hand, a female licking their hand, and then there being like blood and stuff all over it. That was just the overall basis idea of this drawing, so I decided to actually start putting it into fruition. The placement and everything, I just started working out to see if it would look natural, and just went along with it. I started editing everything here and there. You'll see me edit the head down in a little bit because it didn't like fit. It looked a little bit too big in my personal opinion, so I decided to edit down the eye. You'll see in a bit that I also edit it so that it is more of a type of like fierce or not giving a fuck type of eye. The original one was more rounded, and then I just made it more flat, a flatter version of the eye to give it that feel that I was going for, as you see right here. It just gives it a more different arching feel than having like the basic rounded eye and then her looking at the individual looking at the piece while she is licking her hand covered in blood. For the hair, I decided to go with more of a ambiguous type of hairstyle. Like this is gonna be on like a dude or a girl's hair. But I decided to do that just because I like that feel of it. I gave it more of a mystique type of thing. One of the differences that you'll notice for most of my characters that are female will have like the extra eyelashes on the eye, and the dude characters will not. That may be subject to change to certain characters in the future, depending on if they're androgynous, like this character is in my comic and stuff like that. I decided to add an extra hand. This wasn't part of the plan, but I decided to just add an extra hand there of her hand, holding her hand like steady while she's licking her hand of the blood, just to give it a more something to do more than just having like no hand there. I think it does fill a kind of void of like, what is the other arm doing type of deal. So with that holding it there, it just feels that void for me in particular. For the inking, I just went straight into it. I did do this on my Scion tablet, so this isn't on the Surface Pro like I did the previous video on. And there are different things that come to consideration while you are doing a piece on the two different devices. The pen pressure sensitivity, I swear I can speak English, is one of those things that comes to mind. And like the little drag offs is different. Like there's more of a drag off here than on the Surface, so it's just a little bit different in getting used to as I am creating a piece such as this. Preferably speaking, I do like how the drag off is here compared to the Surface Pro, but I did get used to the Surface Pro. So when I was doing this piece, I was like doing things like my mind automatically, like because I use the Surface Pro so much, my mind automatically just was like trying to touch things that aren't necessarily on the same side as when I am doing a piece over there. But nonetheless, I just snapped right back into it after a couple minutes of using this, and muscle memory started to kick in, and I was like, okay, I got this. It's not I just had to, like, that first couple seconds, because I haven't used this in a while, was just like, what is going on? But all in all, I really enjoyed it, going back to this. It's a nice little break. I do like drawing on the Surface Pro. But that'll be for the review. I digress. Stop talking about the Surface Pro. Let's start talking about this piece. When I went in for the inking on this piece, I pretty much just followed the outlining to a T. Added a little bit more pizzazz or line weight into it and cleaned everything up for the individual that I created. It's just the girl licking her hand, or as I promptly put it, the Her Delight piece. I don't know why I came up with that name, but it works. I guess it's Her Delight that she's licking the blood off her hands because she's a freak. Line work for this piece. I was thinking about making it a little bit thicker. I decided not to. I do like how it turns out in the end. Right here in the hand, I didn't know exactly what I was going to do, so I just started to do whatever and see if it worked out. And after a bunch of me redrawing and editing it, because I don't have like a solid guideline to what I'm exactly doing, I just kind of just did it. It turned out actually fairly well in my opinion, with the hand placement, with the tongue licking the hand, going into the crevice, so I don't have to like draw the flat piece of the tongue licking the hand. You get the whole idea of it just from like the perspective that it's being looked at. So I think it just worked out very well. And then the hand, like I said, grabbing onto the arm of her hand to keep it steady, so you don't have that mystique of where that hand is. It's actually shown. It just gives it a little bit more of a full picture type look of what's going on at the moment. The blood streams, adding that all in. I was debating if I wanted to just have the colored in blood streams or if I wanted to have like some type of line work doing on it. I decided to keep the line work, like a piece of the line work with it, and then have the colors on it also. But now when I started doing the coloring, I actually didn't know how I was going to color this at first, because I had an idea in my mind, but I didn't know exactly what I was going to do with it. I had the idea of like the piece of what was going to happen. I didn't have the idea of like her skin color, the colors that I'm going to pick, and everything like that. But I decided to go with a black skin color, darker tone skin color. I did the shading where I was talking about in the previous piece, I believe, when I was creating the pink haired girl with the braid, how you could do the shading where it looks very nice, where you have like a rough edge and then you blend out the over top of it, and then it just gives it a nice feel to it. The exact same shading here for the most part. Some of it was just blended out entirely, and then some of it was just cell shading. I wasn't gonna go in like too far into detail with all the shading that I could get with it. So I did want to have it more of a more flat, cartoony type of look that I usually do, but also still have some of the shading that makes it pop a bit. For the eye, I actually just kept on messing with the eye. I wanted it to be light, but not too light. And I wanted to have like a darker ring on the inner part of the eye. And I think I achieved the look that I wanted. And then just to add more of a somber, like I don't give a fuck type of look, I added the dark over the eye and just blended it out a bit, because the eyebrows itself and the eyelashes and stuff like that are of color this time. I didn't have to like turn the opacity down. So the reason why I went with the lime green is actually because it just on the opposite end of the color wheel, and it just looks really good, the color palette wise. These are colors that I wouldn't normally utilize, and it was just like a nice little fun time to utilize these colors, and I think it turned out really well. It just makes it pop, it makes the hair color pop, and it makes the lips pop, and then along with the blood, it makes the nails pop again. And then you'll see as I go on, I start shading the tongue and everything just to make sure it's all nice and consistent with the rest of the piece. I really like using these gradients when it comes to like hairs and stuff, as you can see also when I was doing the hair, and then previous videos of me doing the hair. Doing the background, I decided to go with the pink, just make it pop, add a nice border around it. Then I decided to duplicate the actual piece with a filled in pink, offset it a bit so it has like a weird type of outline, a not exact outline, just a nice outline. And then I went back, added the full lip instead of having that like half lip, and then went back in it once again, added the black, shaded in or blended in the black, and then added a highlight. All in all, I really like how this piece turned out. You'll be seeing the final piece right now. Everything just worked really well together, in my opinion. Like really, really well. It's probably one of my more favorite pieces, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I really liked how this piece turned out. I did have this idea last night as I was about to go to sleep. I was debating whether or not I was going to do a video, and then at the last minute I decided to do the video, even though I probably should have just worked on the comic. But I wanted to give you guys a nice video to hold you over for next week, so I decided to do that. Again, I really like how this turned out. The colors I actually came up with on the spot. I had a different envision in my head, and I decided to make the ambiguous young lady dark skinned, and then the color palette with the purples and greens. I really love how that turned out. The light green and the purple, dark purple hair, light green nails and lipstick, and then the bright pink pop from the background. I really like how that turned out, and hopefully you guys did too. So, if you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. You'll see an animation playing right now. This animation is going to be changed in the future when the newest chapter is out, so look forward to both of those, the new chapter and the new animation, because I'm going to be making a video on that. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/EldenDraws. Once this new chapter is out and the spoilers already, like, the spoiler's not going to be spoiler anymore because the chapter will be out, I'll start doing some more art live streams. So look forward to that. That will be mainly me drawing like comic book pages and stuff like that. So go follow me over on twitch.tv/EldenDraws. And once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace. Bye bye.